You're worried, frustrated, caught up in things that for a moment feel like the center of the universe. But what if you could step outside yourself, way outside, and look back down at your life with the clarity of the stars? Marcus Aurelius practiced this regularly, pulling his mind upward, beyond Rome, beyond Earth, beyond time. From that height, everything changed. Welcome to the Stoic practice of the view from above. The view from above is a mental exercise practiced by the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's most influential figures. In his personal journal, later published as Meditations, we find him repeatedly stepping back from immediate concerns to gain cosmic perspective. Marcus writes, "Consider the whole of time and the whole of substance, and see that each individual thing is a grain, a moment." This cognitive shift allowed him to dissolve pride, pain, and the tyranny of ego. The practice involves mentally elevating your consciousness above your immediate situation, not as an escape from reality, but as a profound reality check. It is a deliberate act of perspective-taking that places your concerns within the vast expanse of the cosmos. Marcus advises, "Look round at the courses of the stars as if thou wert going along with them, and constantly consider the changes of the elements into one another. For such thoughts purge away the filth of the terrene life." This isn't mere fantasy or distraction. The view from above is a practical tool for gaining wisdom. As Marcus notes, nothing is more productive of elevation of mind than to be able to examine methodically and truly every object which is presented to thee in life, and always to look at things so as to see at the same time what kind of universe this is. From a cosmic perspective, most of what troubles us evaporates. Marcus reminds himself of this constantly, writing, "The whole earth is a point in the universe, the place of your dwelling, just a tiny corner." When we zoom out, our petty rivalries, our anxious thoughts about reputation, the small politics of daily life, all are revealed in their true insignificance. Marcus writes, "How quickly all things disappear. In the universe, the bodies themselves, but in time, the remembrance of them. What is the nature of all sensible things? How worthless and contemptible and sordid and perishable and dead they are." This is not nihilism, it's clarity. By recognizing how small our troubles are in the grand scheme, we free ourselves from their emotional grip. Marcus observes, "The universe is transformation, life is opinion. Our judgment about events, not the events themselves, causes our distress." Consider how Marcus counsels himself. "Today I shall have to do with meddling, ungrateful, violent, treacherous, envious, and unsociable persons." Yet from the cosmic perspective, these people, like all of us, are merely playing their brief parts in an endless drama. The view from above doesn't just change how we see our problems, it transforms how we see other people. Marcus reminds himself, "You are just a soul carrying a corpse," and this applies to everyone. From this elevated perspective, we recognize the common humanity in all people. Marcus writes, "Every morning reflect. I shall meet with people who are meddling, ungrateful, violent, treacherous, envious, and antisocial. They are this way because they don't know good from bad." This perspective breeds compassion rather than contempt. When we see the whole of humanity from above, we understand that others' vices come from ignorance, not malice. As Marcus notes, "When thou art offended with any man's fault, immediately turn to thyself, and reflect in what like manner thou dost err thyself. The emperor advises, enter into every man's ruling faculty, and also let every other man enter into thine. This cosmic view doesn't separate us from others, but connects us more deeply, recognizing that we are made for cooperation. Perhaps the most profound effect of the view from above is how it reframes our relationship with mortality. Marcus reminds himself regularly of the fleeting nature of life. Short-lived are both the praiser and the praised, and the rememberer and the remembered, and all this in a nook of this part of the world. From the cosmic perspective, death appears not as a tragedy, but as a natural transition. Marcus writes, Alexander the Great and his mule driver both died, and the same thing happened to both. The grandest human lives and the most humble both return to the same dust. He ponders, how many, after being celebrated by fame, have been given up to oblivion, and how many, who have celebrated the fame of others, have long been dead? The cosmic view reveals that even legacy and remembrance are temporary. Yet this doesn't lead Marcus to despair, but to appreciation of the present moment. He advises, pass then through this little space of time in accordance with nature, and end thy journey in content. When we see the brevity of life against the backdrop of eternity, we value our time more intensely. Even while recognizing our smallness, Marcus finds profound meaning in human consciousness. Though we are dust, we are aware dust. He writes, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Our rational nature connects us to the divine reason that governs the cosmos. Marcus reflects, though thou art only a little part of the universe, remember that thou art a portion of the divine, thou hast within thee something of that very divinity. This is the paradox that emerges from the view from above. We are infinitesimally small, yet through our rational consciousness, we participate in the divine ordering of the universe. Marcus observes, the mind which is free from passions is a citadel, for man has nothing more secure to which he can fly for refuge. Our ability to reason, to practice philosophy, makes us more than mere victims of fortune. Marcus writes, the universal nature has made rational animals for the sake of one another, to benefit one another according to their deserts, but in no way to injure one another. Marcus didn't simply theorize about the view from above. He actively practiced it during the challenges of ruling an empire and conducting military campaigns. He never escaped from his duties but used this perspective to fulfill them more wisely. He advises daily reflection. In the morning when thou risest unwillingly, let this thought be present. I am rising to the work of a human being. By situating daily struggles within cosmic purpose, even difficult duties become meaningful. Marcus practices gratitude from this perspective. Receive wealth or prosperity without arrogance, and be ready to let it go. The cosmic view loosens our attachment to possessions and status. He recommends repeatedly asking, of what things is the universe composed, and for what purpose am I here? This continual questioning pulls us back to the cosmic perspective when we become ensnared in petty concerns. Marcus particularly uses this practice when facing difficulties. If thou art pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs thee, but thy own judgment about it. And it is in thy power to wipe out this judgment now. How might we implement this ancient practice in our modern lives? Here are several approaches drawn from Marcus's writings. Step outside yourself in meditation. Visualize Earth from space. Marcus suggests, contemplate from above the herds armies, agricultural labors, marriages, divorces, births, deaths, the tumult of law courts, desert places, foreign peoples, festivals, lamentations, markets. This medley of all things, and ordered combination of opposites. Look at the stars nightly. As Marcus advises, look at the stars as if you were traveling with them. Nothing reconnects us to cosmic scale like contemplating the night sky, recognizing that too is me. We are part of that same universe. Write daily in a journal. Ask yourself, what will this matter in 100 years? Marcus repeatedly reminds himself, everything familiar in experience, and ephemeral in time, and worthless in matter. Practice view from above before decisions. When facing a challenging choice or conflict, mentally step back and view it from cosmic scale. Ask as Marcus did, how does the universe view this matter? Say silently in moments of tension, I am not the center. This is not the total story. Marcus reminds himself, think of the universal substance, of which thou hast a very small portion, and of universal time, of which a short and indivisible interval has been assigned to thee. This is not detachment through coldness, but through cosmic connection. To be part of everything is to cling to nothing. But if we can see the whole, can we also act with care in the part we play? In the next script, we'll explore the final Stoic paradox, to care deeply while letting go completely.